So you're going to pick your types of content that you want to do. So it could be, remember we talked about the types of content that's converting well? Hold on 1 second. It could be an email, it could be a reel, it could be a live on social media, it could be a mic drop post, it could be a diary entry with a lesson, it could be a video, right? So I want you to pick 3 types of content that you like the most. And I want you to write them down going this side, underneath type. So for example, I could write live, email. So going down under type, live, email, mic drop. There's an example board also on page, what page is that? Page 7. So live, email, mic drop, a diary entry post. I could do video, reel. You can pick 3 or write whatever ones you like the most, but write different types going down. Once we get the board set up, this is going to be a lot of fun, trust me. We're just going to get the board set up first. It's like if you ever played the game Settlers of Catan, there's a lot of setup, but it's fun once you start playing. Any Settlers of Catan players out there? Is it just me and my husband that are total nerds playing it? It's probably just me. You're busy doing your boards. All right, so write the different types of content going down this side. Yeah, if you're going to do a diary post, Susie, it would be Facebook, or actually diary post can be short. That could be on Facebook or Instagram, Susie. Great question. Diary post could be on either one. So the diary post doesn't have to be super long. It could be short and very effective. Yeah. See, I've got some other game board nerds. Carousel, I didn't write that in the chat because I didn't want to confuse people, but a carousel is a type of post on social media, specifically Instagram, where the first image is one image that is designed to get them to scroll to the next one. And then the next picture is designed to scroll to the next one. So it's kind of like a carousel going around. That's why they call it a carousel. But that's an Instagram specific strategy. That's why I didn't put it in there, because I just didn't want to confuse anyone. But okay, so now that you got your types listed going down the side here, now you're going to write in your content categories going down. So at least write each one time. So if you've got 3, you're going to repeat them twice. If you've got 5, you're going to write all 5 and pick one to repeat it, right? So if Sasha has 5 categories, she's going to write all 5 and then pick one to repeat for number 6. Right? If Wilma has 3 content categories, she's going to write each content category twice. Make sense? Make sense? I always get scared when I'm explaining something new and it's quiet. No, can I explain? Okay, so remember earlier this morning, we talked about breaking down your overall, what you teach into 3 to 5 content categories. 3 to 5 content categories. So for example, for me to teach people how to consistently make 5 to 6 figures every month, I have to show them how to have a message about marketing, about sales, about overall business, about copywriting. Those are my personal content categories. So the same is true for you. So I want you to dig out your notes where you came up with your content categories. Okay. So with Shay with ADHD, it was the time, the task. I forget all of them, but remember that earlier today? And then with it was about leadership with the schools and all that. So remember that when we talked about content categories, that's what I want you to pick right now. Got it. Okay, great. So for me, I would put messaging. I'd put copywriting. I'd put marketing strategy. These are all my content categories. Obviously, yours will be different. This is just an example. Business 101. I would put content strategy. Right? So I'm going to put all my content categories going down here. Give me a thumbs up if you're good and you got this. Give me a thumbs down if you need more explanation. Or just eat your ice cream like Lorna. I don't know what you're eating. Okay, so once you put your categories in, the next thing you're going to do is, this is going to be the same for everyone. This part, everyone, so you can't mess this part up. You can't get this part wrong. Everyone's going to put this in for the very, for all these boxes. So here's what you're going to write. Tip, tool, question, story, myth, mistake. Team, can we put the link to the marketing prompts in the chat? Because then you guys can see this, the whole thing built out on page 8 as an example. It's an example. It's got my content categories in it. It's got the types of posts that I picked, but you can see it all in one place as an example of what your board should look similar to. So you've got the types of content, your content categories, and then everyone's got this for topic. Okay? Yes, you're doing your content category, Sandy. Don't put mine because that wouldn't make sense. I mean, you can do marketing for my business if you want to, but I would probably market yours. So your content category is going down the center. This is just an example. This is just an example. Yeah. Okay. So what is the category for 6? So if you have 5 content categories, you're just going to pick one of the 5 and repeat it in number 6. If you had 3 content categories, you're going to write each one you should see on here twice. So Seema, if your content categories was, oh, my brain just stopped. Sorry, brain fart. If your content category is writer's block, writer's block was one of them. Book editing, getting a publisher, right? If those were your 3 content categories, you would see book editing twice. You would see writer's block twice. You would see, you know what I mean? If you have 5, then you're just going to take your favorite one and put it in there twice. Purple hippopotamus, purple hippopotamus. Julie said to say that. Okay. All right. Does everyone have a board? Even if it's maybe needs some tweak. Everyone's got a board? Okay, good. All right. And if you're still a little fuzzy, you know how sometimes when you learn a new game, hearing the instructions the first time is like, can we just play it? Can we just play it? And then it clicks once you start playing it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let's just play it. Let's just play it. It'll come to you as you see it. Okay. All right. So if we have this as our board, as an example, and you have a die on you, you can roll the dice. I'm going to use the online roller for us. Okay. So we're going to roll the dice, and whatever comes up is what we pick on our board. Does everyone see the online dice roller? Okay, isn't this cool? If you didn't know that, this is on Google. If you ever lose dice at your house and you want to play a board game, there's online dice. Just fun fact. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to roll the dice, and each one is for each of these on our board game. So I'm going to roll. I got a 2, a 5, and a 4. A 2, a 5, and a 4. So that means I'm going to do an email about content strategy and how to tell a story in content strategies. I'm going to tell a story about content strategy in an email. That's what I pick. So when you're like, I don't know what to talk about, I don't know what my content is, you can play this board game, right, Julie? You can make it a game and have some fun with it.